Fuzzy, I just literally PM'd you there. I'm just trying to, I got the GoPro Hero 8 mic mod, media mod. I've had it now for a couple of weeks and I haven't had a chance to try it. But yeah, I thought I would just try it now just to see if it worked. Oh dear. How's you these days? Have you got that bike fixed yet? Ugh. No live streams while riding. It's hard enough trying to ride. Live streaming while riding is probably about as on par with motorcycling while on your mobile. You just don't do it. You get cameras like this, it does everything for me. I think that's the story everywhere. I think everywhere's closed, mate, to be honest. You try finding a job with COVID happening. You see, I would work where you work, Fuzzy, but the only problem is, number one, I am too used to working Monday to Friday 9 to 5, and number 3, 4, 5 and 6 is I'm trying to get out of the warehouse environment at the minute. The plan is to try and find something that isn't a warehouse and isn't a soul destroying place to be, and then if push comes to shove, I have to go back to a warehouse. I'll go back to a warehouse, but you keep telling me stories and looking at your Instagram, and you don't make me want to work there, to be honest. I think I've given myself to the end of January. If I can't find anything that I want to do outside of a warehouse environment, I'll probably take a warehouse job somewhere, but it would definitely have to be on my terms, not shifts and not 10-hour shifts at that. That's it, dude. I'll have to see what I'm doing the next few weeks, because with this lockdown, Big Pezza, what about you? Fuzzy, I would love to, but at the rate this lockdown's going, even if you're seen in a crowd of fucking 3 at the minute, you know, it seems to be, you're going to get in trouble. I had a peeler pull me over the other day and tell me that I was bending the rules, but he was alright, you know. Not that the country knows what it's doing, like, but unfortunately we'll have to follow the rules. How's things, Big Pezza? How you doing? Hope you're not breaking anything lately. How's it going, Darren? There's another more in. Make it a bit later. It's not going too bad, Darren. Could be better, but January's a new month and a new year, so hopefully a bit of good news coming soon. Hopefully. I have applied for a motorbike shop, so Big Pezza. Phil 480 is one of those boys who they only know them big posh Triumph bikes, you know. Them big posh Triumph bikes don't know off-road too much, but I seen the damage that he did to his face. It did make me laugh. Fuzzy, it might be good money, but working 10 hours a day is not a good thing. I used to do that. It's soul destroying. Nah, nice wee 8 to 4, 9 to 5 job, wheeling around in a reach truck or a forklift, which now I've got a license for, I can do. But if I do get one job in particular, you will have to come and visit me now and again, and I might try and sell you something. Well, something a lot better than that bike of yours. I think for the meantime, I think I've cleaned the bike 3 times now. So I think the next 2 or 3 days, what is it? It is what, Thursday? Technically we're not allowed out for 6 weeks, but technically I'm going to be going out this week. Because I've a few videos to make this week. I want to sort of bulk up a load of videos before I actually start job hunting, so... Wait, don't this Sasha. She's been okay for me for 2 years. In 2 years, and then suddenly the shock falls out of it. You've got that heavy handitis. Everybody suffers from that. I think as well, I'm currently waiting on a letter coming from the doctor. What was it? First time in 15 years I had to phone the doctor. First time in 15 years I actually had to go and see a doctor. Never got to see her, and then suddenly she was phoning me 15 minutes after my appointment when I got home to tell me to go to A&E, which was a fun experience. But I'm getting an appointment to go back for some random test thing. It was so weird. It just happened all of a sudden. So, and then like 4 days later, it all stopped. And I was like, right. And I still have to go for a test in 2 weeks' time that I might get a letter for, or I might not get a letter for. It's just one of those things at the minute. and plus I'm loaded with a cold. Not the Rona, the cold. Oh, here we go. Here's the owner of the big green machine. It's $10. $10 for a show. Sheep are extra. Even this guy Pete, he knows how good a forklift driver I am. Used to load his lorry at work and use the forklift to like sway his lorry back and forth while he was eating his dinner. Yo, let's go. Sorry, the big Google took away my monetization, so you can't super chat me the tenner. I never whacked the tail lift much. I was impressive. Fucking doing, what was it? Thick ice on the ground, and I still managed to pick a pallet up without thumping the back of the lorry. I think that's pretty impressive. Zombies operation is tomorrow. Oh yes, how is the girlfriend, Fuzzy? Is she regretting her life choices with the going slow? Cheers, Pete. I need the OnlyFans money. You know, I don't even know what I'll reveal on OnlyFans, for goodness sake. I might like take like candid bike shot pictures of other people's bikes and post them, because that's the only way I'm gonna get it. It's not bad, or up to 8 people. I'm probably one of them watching it on my computer and on my phone. What's the girlfriend getting done tomorrow, Fuzzy? Is it pins and plates, or is it just pins? Yeah, well, I mean, as I says to you before, mate, slow accidents are about as dangerous as the fast accidents. At least with the fast accidents, you can end everything. Slow accidents, you have to get up afterwards and sort of dust yourself off. I hope she's alright. It can't be. I know it can't be great being stuck in the house for 12 weeks and then you're watching your videos and going out on your bike. Oh, there's Mick Ratchan. How about you, donkey? You're having a great Christmas, dude. I am actually having a great Christmas. I'm expecting a rather large paycheck coming in January, so I'll be loving it then. But then the serious stuff happens, and then I have to get another job. Thank you for asking. Hope you had a great Christmas too. 2 plates, 4 screws, 3 pins, 2 bone grafts. Mate, I would just get like Fuzzy. I'd just get an insurance write-off on that, mate, and start again. Big Pezza, are you going? Are you coming back to the UK? I am coming back to the UK if the UK wouldn't bloody disown us at every bloody opportunity. I mean, it's hard enough trying to get a parcel to England now, let alone a fucking motorbike. You probably heard before, Pezza, that I'm planning to try and do Barra Island in Scotland. Sometime around April, May, June time. And then I hear Adam, Epic Adam, and your Welsh boy are meant to be coming across for their Wrong Way Up tour around that time, something. So I have a few planned trips. Hopefully the BSB's back in some capacity, because I would want to go over and watch the racing again. But at the rate everything's going, matey, it doesn't look bloody likely. An RMZ? Why do I know that bike? RMZ 250. Fuzzy, I think you're watching too many of them American yokes and their big bank accounts. Maybe you're safer going off-road on a field where the ground's nice and bouncy. That would be a good idea, Pezza, because I think I'm actually planning to escort them a good fair bit. From Dublin, at least Dublin, back up into Northern Ireland, and then round the coast road, round that sort of side, and then down to Scotland or down to Belfast, because I live in Belfast, about 5 minutes from the port. So if you're leaving or they're leaving from here, you know, it is in my best interest to help. Harold Lunny, hope you get out. Thank you very much. I am working on it. I have sent a CV to GS Motorcycles in Hillsborough, just on the off chance to have something sitting, or a job sitting that they need done. So I want to get into that side of things. I'm trying not to go back into a warehouse, as I've said there, but I mean, if push comes to shove, I'll go back, but having the forklift license and the reach license makes it a lot easier. But I was hoping this year to take or next year actually, to take a month off and do mature and sort of breathe again for a bit, but the weather as it is, it's not going to be feasible in the first side of the first sort of 3 months of the year, so I will probably concentrate on just relaxing in January, getting a job, and then try not to work myself into an early grave again. It is really hard, because given it was what, 12 years, it was like, and I have a video coming up about it, but it was 12 years, and it's really hard to sit in the house. Well, I say it's really hard, I get up at like midday every day now, but I like sitting, and you know, I like to have something to do, so I'm pretty much on the verge of I need a job. That girl deserves a better bike, Fuzzy. Get her like nice Yamaha or a Honda, or you know, and keep you away from it, because you'll break it. You and your mate Craig need to, you know, get your tests, get something that's bomb proof, because you're going to kill it. I mean, it's inevitable. I did it with the XT. Still probably be in lockdown for the first few months of 2021. Well, yeah, that's true, but again, I would rather, well, I would say, yes, we're going to be at least February or March, at least, but the way they're getting on, I mean, they've no clue. I mean, the rules here in Northern Ireland, you're allowed to do one thing as long as you're doing this thing or that thing, but if you're not doing this thing, you're not allowed to. They've made it too complicated. I mean, this, what, Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, I will probably be in Portrush, Newcastle, Portmuck, Isle of Magee. You know, I'm going to be out doing stuff. So, oh, May's hit it in the head. Have you given up the Red Bull? It's a bugger to give up. Greetings from Donegal. Partly why I'm waiting on the doctor's appointment, or the hospital appointment. I think I've overstrained myself at one point with it and hurt myself, and hence why I'm drinking stupidly large amounts of water. But I will be doing a video once I know what is going on. I'll be doing a video. There's nothing major, it just happened and then stopped happening, and then now on water as a safeguard. You got your learner's permit 4 years ago. Learner's permit and a license is two different things, buddy. Trust me, I know. Tag 800. Hi, what is your bike camera setup? I was actually going to say I have it here. I don't. Mine is the Drift Ghost S side mounted to the helmet with an internal microphone, set 1080 by 60 at high bitrate, if that helps. Yeah, bro, I think I've just literally answered that. For this one that you are watching now, it is a GoPro Hero 8 Black with the GoPro Hero Media mod on it. Water is not tasty. Water is absolutely boring. I mean, I think I'm living life on the edge when I have a glass of Coke these days. I think I'm being just more more playing it safe with the water than anything else these days. I'm still eating the biggest load of junk ever. What camera do you prefer? Ghost or GoPro? Because you don't have to have 16 billion cables strapped to random places. For this sort of stuff, I like the GoPro, and the cinematic stuff, I like the GoPro. So yeah, I'm in Glengormley. Lockdown doesn't seem to have made any difference. Still loads of cars out in the roads. Yeah, I actually saw a few bikes out today. Was going down to the girlfriend's house with my mum and her partner to help out, and there's 3 or 4 bikes out. Mate, you're not actually too far from me. I'm just on Skagganeel. We're the same. Asda in the Shore Road's chock-a-block. McDonald's is chock-a-block. I mean, the way I'm playing it is you go into a shop, you wear a mask, keep your distance, you know, keep your bubble. I'm keeping a bubble going with my girlfriend at the minute because it's not fair. She lives on her own, so it's not fair on her to be locked away for a week with no interaction with people. It's not fair. So she has been bubbled with us for a few months now, so it's pretty helpful. Right, there was to be snow, but nothing has come of it. Yeah, Darren, I agree. I kind of put out a sarcastic tweet or a sarcastic Facebook message there on Monday, or no, Sunday night. I hope this snow stops, or I'll have to phone in sick to work. Oh wait, you're probably like me. You and where'd you go? I seen your name too. Harold and Darren. Yous are probably the same. You also read Belfast Live, and I know you do. You have to. It's funny as hell. Yeah, don't read Belfast Live. It's bull. I haven't had no chicken nugs over Christmas yet. I've had enough turkey that would kill. Well, I've enough turkey that would kill a turkey. I've had enough ham. At Christmas especially, it is cocktail sausages. Cocktail sausages are goat tier food. What does the badge mean on the hoodie? Oh, I probably get shouted at for wearing this actually. This badge is my old bike club that I was there for 9 to 10 years, the Garvey MCC. They're based in Lisburn direction. I say Lisburn direction because it has been a while since I've actually been to. I'm not in the club no more, so I don't actually know where they meet. But it's a great bunch of guys and girls. They're a family orientated club. I mean, they have great run outs, great ride outs, and well, the great rock nights before all this junk happened, and then this junk happened, and like everybody else, they just stopped. But yeah, I was a member for 9-10 years, and it was like, it was handy. It was a great way to get out on the bike and stuff. But I think I spent most of it on a 125 and sort of soured the experience for myself. And as well as at that time, I was working shifts, So I was having to take time off work to go to club meetings and then get out of work early to go to weekends, and then I started YouTube, and then I started going off on my own and doing things, but I still keep in contact with them. Right, bro, I'm off. Back to doing work. So you're off to the other big coal shed in the docks. I've had their I tend to try to stop riding coming around Christmas time, because people are just I don't know what it is. People just go into this like tunnel vision, so they only can see this amount on their, and I think it was like this 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas, I kept getting run over. I think people were going through me for a shortcut and flipping out at me for doing something daft, and it was like, calm yourselves. I try and stick to Isla McGee around these days, especially with it all being so busy on the main roads. I stick to the sort of or the country roads, but again, you're not really safe anywhere. I have had a few friends on Instagram who've said, you know, or a few people that I listen to and watch on Instagram have had accidents recently, and I know a friend 2 years ago, I think it was, had a massive accident in the summertime, to the fact where he actually got lifted by the air ambulance, you know. But I'm a very aggressive rider when stuff like that goes down, so if the car does anything to me, I will make sure that they'll see me, let's put it like that. But I hope you are, if you're out still, you know, I hope you are staying safe. And I mean, especially around this time with hospitals being so packed, it's scary, you know. You could go into a hospital and your family can't come and see you, or, you know, your family, one person can only see you, and then it's definitely not a risk that, if you're not used, again as well, if you're not used to the weather conditions, it's not a great time to come out. But then it's not a great time to sit in a Facebook group and listen to them crying about not being able to get out. That's almost as worse. We're not doing too bad. We're what, half an hour already? Hope the sounds alright in this, because I did spend a silly amount of money on that mount thing, and this is the only time that I've used it. So I mean, just so you know, I'm watching it here, the feed from here, but I can't hear it. So you guys, it's up to you to tell me how it sounds. I definitely want to start making like live streams very regular things, because I feel like I can get closer to people. I can talk to people like, say, April, May. I didn't even mean to do that. April, May, Harold, Fuzzy, and, you know, something like that. You know, it means I can touch base with people. A lot of YouTubers lose that coming to the 1,000 mark. They always tend to try and push at the 1,000 mark. I know a couple of YouTubers in NI who, I've given them advice, but they haven't really taken it on board, and they're seeing it as me trying to hook them out of the market and stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm here to help people. I'm not here to hook and poke at, you know, people's quality or people's stuff. I do that off camera when nobody's listening, but well, it sounds dead on. That's good. It actually has like 2 or 3 settings, so you can set it to stereo, you can set it from the take volume from the front, you can take it from only the back, and I'm gonna get a dead cat and put it on it. But I mean, it's just one of those things. Do you have any jokes that involve a toilet brush? No, but I'll Google one. I'll do that thing where you Google. Jokes which include a toilet. Can't spell toilet. Brush. A blonde gets a toilet brush for her birthday. Her friends asks is if it's any good, and the blonde replies, "Yeah, I think it's alright, but I prefer toilet paper." I don't get it. The bathroom door at my workplace has a sign that reads, "Please use toilet brush after using the toilet. Will it be okay to ask my employer to provide a softer toilet brush after because it hurts?" This is why you don't Google jokes. Looking for a new pair of boots next year. Was wondering what you wear. April, what type of bike do you have? Just out of curiosity. Let me see if I have. I have an old pair of mine sitting here. So, as you're asking, I have these here. These are the old ones. Don't judge me for these. These are ripped up and falling apart and stuff like that. XJ600. I do wear motocross boots on the Tracer. They are very comfortable and it is a very large amount of protection. Get yourself something like a nice wee CD. Was it a CD Vertebrae? Or Vertebra. They're really nice boot, really light, but they're more of a sport bike boot. It gives you more feeling and stuff. It just depends on what you're into. I mean, I've been riding with motocross boots now for 6 years. Well, since I bought the XT. When I had the XT, I rode with them. And then I just keep buying them. I just keep buying every year to do a new one. So I'll just buy that. Or I'll let them go for a year and buy the year previous. So I'm a year behind every time. They're actually what they call the Fox Comp 5 Enduros. They're really nice. They're really comfortable. They're not the greatest for waterproofing, but I mean, I've wore things that say 100% waterproof all the time, and they're waterproof for about 10 minutes. And if you ride the way I do and all the conditions that I do, you will not get a boot that is waterproof. I mean, it is hard, but those are, they dry fairly quickly, not great, but they mold well to your foot and your ankle and stuff, and they give you enough sort of room to tilt forward and lift up. But what I tend to do is, my foot's on the pedal, I lift up the whole foot to knock it out of gear, or knock it up a gear, and then just stamp on it, the thing. That is an old bad habit from the XT, so don't be doing what I do. But try the likes of Sports Bike Shop, and then if you live in Northern Ireland, try the local sort of smaller dealerships. They always have nice bargains coming in around January, near the Christmas and January. If someone's looking at a bike, if someone looking for a bike in Northern Ireland, would you recommend Charles Hurst for sales and services? Yes, I would recommend Charles Hurst sales and the service department. They are really good for that sort of stuff. They are expensive on the servicing and stuff like that of the bike, but you can work a deal in if you're going to buy something off them. if there's ever anything that you're looking in Northern Ireland and you don't want to come across, call them up. They'll do a video, like they'll use a phone, do an all-round video, and then send it to you. But then if you're looking something, let me know. They're literally 10 minutes up the road. This lockdown shenanigans is over, I can go up and have a look at it and, you know, let you know or give you any more information that you need. But they are pretty decent. Try the likes of GS. You've got GS, you've got a couple of smaller ones. What you call, I forget his name. He's in Portadown. And then there's one out in Bangor. There's Davies Bikes. He always has a good lot of amount of bikes in. McCrum's in Portadown direction. They're all sort of smaller dealerships, but they have a better turn of stock. Charleshurst have sort of 20 bikes that are used normally, and then the rest is all new. So they will always try and get you to go to a new bike before they go and get you, you know, the new shiny one sort of thing. But it's worth a try just to see if they can get you something that you like. I'll turn my heated vest off. I'm fucking soldered in here. I'm actually panicking here, guys, because have you ever been to Phil McCallum's in Lisburn? No, but I have heard that Phil McCallum is going to be doing e-bikes at some point. I'm going to turn you around 2 seconds. Hopefully that works. Oh, there's, I can never say your name. Motor U Rev Tours. What's up, guys? How are you? I know there's more than one of you, and it's hard to keep up with you. I really do struggle sometimes with keeping up with other moto vloggers. Think. Where'd the cable go? Yay! Might be saved. Might be saved. Oh, there is a lot of Phil McCallum's can be very expensive. So they can be very expensive. So it is something to watch out for if you're going to go to there. Is he going to cheat death with a GoPro? Have I cheated death? It hasn't told me yet. Moto Rev. I knew that. Hope you guys are alright out in the mighty England. Why is this not charging? Yes, so just watch it. This might pass out at some point. I bought off Phil McCallum a couple of times. He's okay, but can be expensive. Gary, you're paying for Phil McCallum's picture. You solely pay $1,000 for his picture at least. 13 of you. See, I knew there was a lot of you. Motor Revolutions are probably one of the only ones recently that have actually, I do continuously watch, but I sort of try and bulk up a load of your videos and then watch them. But they are great. Lovely snowy Birmingham. There's nothing lovely about Birmingham. I was meant to be going to Bilston, but that's not going to be happening because I'm not going to help our company out. He's got e-bikes now. Yeah, a lot of the Chain Reaction guys are actually applying to go there. The e-bikes are just generic e-bikes. Don't worry about it. It's nothing special. But yeah, a lot of the Chain Reaction guys I think are going out to Phil McCallum's. A load of them did have, from what I heard, a load of them did have actually interviews coming up. So I hope they do get in. No, Bilston. It's, oh, fuck me, where is it? See, now you've done it, guys. I have to Google things. I have to type in my former employer to find out where they are. Where are they? It's not Shrewsbury, that's a nice place. Skipton? No, it's not Skipton, is it? No, Wiggle. Wiggle CRC. I can say that without actually getting sacked now. Yes, so they're in Bilston. Yes, yeah, you're in the right place. So yeah, they're out there. I was actually meant to be flying out there the 4th of January, but with lockdown there and here and having to work for someone who pretty much doesn't want me to be there, I just thought, fuck it. I don't actually know, is this charging or not? But yeah, they're at Wolverhampton direction. Yeah, mate, when I was over for the BSB, I actually called down around that area. I mean, I don't know how people can go there. I've heard reports from people in there saying that it's not the greatest. Have you ever tried eTrax? No, I actually wanted to try eTrax. But I'm a big pussy and won't try it because I don't want to break anything. The audio from this camera, yeah, it's straight live stream from, so the GoPro is connected to my phone, which is uploading straight to YouTube. It has the media mod on it, mate. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm actually impressed with the GoPro Hero 8 at the black and the media mod. The media mod does clear a hell of a lot up, but it does add like an extra like 2 centimeters on one side, and it isn't waterproof when it's on. So that's something that you have to be worried about when you're, you know, watching it. That there's no waterproofness in the camera, but ever since I've got the GoPro, I haven't actually been disappointed with, you know, the quality that it gives out. See, Clark, that's the worrying part, is I would want to go hell for leather and then I'd probably end up killing myself. A group went out of work, and one came back with a broken arm, and the other one came back with a broken wrist. And to put it in perspective, the one that came back with a broken arm was in his 20s and a semi-professional motocrosser. The guy who came back with a broken wrist was in his 50s and mountain bikes for a living. Have you ever thought of the Insta360? No, I'm not into the Insta stuff. I know Hippodromes has it, and I know a couple of other guys have it, like Spicy and stuff, but I don't have the budget. I mean, I'll stick with this, and I'll stick with my Ghost, and then if it needs to, I'll upgrade. Is there a waterproof? I don't think there is a waterproof case for the whole thing. I think it's just for the camera itself, mate. I got the media mod for the sole fact is the stuff that I'll be doing will be likes of this, or, you know, live streaming cinematic stuff when I'm out on the bike filming, that sort of stuff. So I mean, anybody who's thinking 360, check out Hippodrones on YouTube. He does use a lot of the stuff. Yeah, I agree, mate. Budget is always the problem. Even to put that into perspective, I've been using my Ghost S for 5 years now straight, and I mean, I've killed this thing. I've killed the Ghost too many times. It's missing a screw on the front. It's starting to, the lens is starting to wobble because it's just wore out. I mean, I have put this thing through the war and I can't kill it. Yeah, I'm planning the next couple of weeks. I'll sneak out under darkness to get away from the police and film more stuff. But I have got a lot of off the bike stuff coming. A lot more of these sort of random chats. I mean, like, for me to sit here and just chat is a big deal just to get in front of the camera, but I feel if I can get on and do it more, I mean, I can build up a better sort of rapport with people. But definitely, if you are thinking about the Insta360 stuff, check out Hippodrones. He has, I think it's mostly all his is all the 360, and he does it right. I mean, I've watched channels who do the 360 stuff and it's not right. I mean, I feel sick at the end of a video. Yeah, mate, I was meant to go out 2 weeks ago, just before Christmas. I was meant to go out and go to Portrush, Port Stewart, to do a Biker Hotspots episode, but lo and behold, everybody in the house wanted me to do stuff, so that got thrown on the back burner. I will be doing more. I'm going to go down the Ards Peninsula and start off there and sort of work my way up the country, so by the time summer comes, I can go to Portrush and it's nice. That's why I actually like the moto vlogging thing, is because you're behind the camera. I've always preferred to be behind the camera because it's the anxiety for me is a lot of it is how people perceive me. I'm not that person in real life, but it hurts a lot more on the internet. So it does. If you ask the girlfriend and you ask anybody, I can talk, but I bottle up what I get. If I get a feeling that someone isn't liking me, I bottle that up and I don't talk to the next person. But it really means a lot, you guys saying that I'm good at it. And I always say good because I don't want to get that ego tilt. But no, I am trying. I mean, I'm loaded with the cold at the minute. I'm ducking and diving. And I think I've put this, I was going to do a stream last week. And then I couldn't be bothered. And I was going to do it the other day and I couldn't be bothered. So I do put them off an awful lot because I talk myself out of them. I'm more comfortable with the camera on the... Me too. You can't see the faces that I'm pulling at people. But I think talking as well, it adds a wee bit more realist to it. Remember that time you were on the BBC? You were brilliant. Yeah, I was on BBC Northern Ireland and I was whinging about postage because ironically, with Motorrev being here, I had ordered a parcel that was coming from Birmingham to Northern Ireland, and it was the little mounts for, say, the little sticky mounts for the drift. And for 5 mounts, they charged me, I think it was like £15 or £20 delivery because it was in Northern Ireland. So yeah, that was exciting, being on the news and getting about 40 text messages telling me. Do I still talk to Pinky Doodly these days? I actually do. I think what some people don't realise was I didn't know the connection between Billy Art, Pinky and Dan. And when she realised that I liked her dad's stuff, I got in, we started talking at that point. I've met her a good few times now. She is probably one of the more honest ones out there, so you want to slow down on the water, or maybe it isn't water. No, I can confirm this is water. This is my second one today. I try to force as much into me as possible because I actually get bored of water, and if I get bored of it, I don't want to drink it, and then I don't drink it, and then I go and get what I like to call murder juice, and that's fun. Your mum loved to see you on the news. She was excited. No, my mum wasn't like actually excited. She was embarrassed. she you've seen the video, but I mean, my mum just she doesn't pull no punches. She'll just tell you, and I think she was more embarrassing than anything else. We want to come over and do an Ireland tour. Wild Atlantic Way looks out of this world. Yes, it does. I lived here all my bloody life and I haven't done it. I'm trying to remember. If you look up Motorrev, if you look up I'm gonna get it wrong now. Wyvern Biker. Look up Wyvern Biker. Him. Oh, he's gonna kill me. I'm gonna have to look it up. Wyvern Biker and Metalhead did it a couple of years back, and they said to me that they were coming over. So what I did was, they went from Dublin south round and straight up. So when they came to Portrush, Portstewart, I met them in Portrush, Portstewart, and then brought them down to their campsite in Newcastle, left them there, spent a day with them, and then they went from Newcastle back down to Dublin again. I mean, if yous are coming over, give me a shout. I'll probably join yous for a bit of it and see this country that I live in. It would be great to have a bike meetup in Ireland and one a week in the warmer months. Harold, is there any such thing as warmer in this country? Because I'm still yet to experience it. But yeah, it would be good. The reason I don't run a meet is it sounds very petty, but there isn't as many people. I would love a load of people to turn up, but then given this year's circumstances, it wouldn't be great if a whole load of people turned up. How many of the spicy sausage fests did you attend? 0. I didn't go to any of them. I wanted to, but I was too chicken. Yeah, Wyvern Biker. He done it on a SV. Metalhead done it on... I can't remember what Metalhead done it on, and then another fellow with him, I can never remember his name, but they did it. Just breezing through. Happy New Year. Definitely a good job with it. Cheers, Gary. I'll probably bump into you soon. I'm plugging for a job in Hillsborough at the minute, so you'll probably bump into me at some point. Wild Atlantic Way is awesome. Head to Donegal, or hard to beat Donegal. Well, this is true. If you do the Wild Atlantic Way properly, you don't want to turn into Northern Ireland, because you just don't. Because after you get to Donegal, it is literally Londonderry, Portstewart, Portrush, Coleraine, and then Torhead, and then down the coast road. It is a good road, but it's not a great road, if you know what I mean. Still recording. But have a good one, Gary. Don't be drinking too much at New Year's. Or are you flying on holiday again, are you? Any plans for the Tracer mods, etc.? Are you planning on putting on, or you want to get? For the Tracer, I would love a new rear shock, an aftermarket shock. They're not great on the stock model. I'm not really fussed with exhaust pipes and stuff at the minute. I know with the XT it was a big thing, but I've got my boxes. I want to get a top box sorted out in the next 6 to 8 months. I've a lot of wee things that I want to do to the bike just to make it a wee bit more, not stable, but a lot more planted. So I do. Happy New Year, man. Hope you have a good time. If you are coming across, give me a shout. I'll certainly help and give a hand in wherever I can. Hope you have a good New Year, and I hope everyone's well. All 13 of you. But as I was saying, there's bits and pieces mods. I would like a higher screen and, you know, bits and pieces, but nothing major, nothing performance wise. I mean, the bike's can now use 60% of the bike's power, which is embarrassing to say sometimes, but that bike has a hell of a lot more power than what I can use. Oh. But here's a question for chat. If you could have any touring bike, what would you have? Any views on the Black Widow exhaust? Thinking of getting one for the XJ. I know a few people who have Black Widow exhaust. They're properly well made. One of my mates has all year rounded one for the last 2 years on a R6, and it's still going. It's still going. So they are really well built. As far as I'm aware, they're built in the UK, so, you know, there is that, supporting local. You know, if Black Widow isn't anything to go, Lextech can be really good. They've been making really good stuff the last couple of years, so check them out. How many miles would you put on this racer before you consider moving on? May I put, at last check on the XT, I bought it with 3,500 mile on it, or 2,500 mile on it, and when it finally died there was 96,000 mile on it. So yeah, it's gonna be here for a while. I might actually try and keep up with the trend, but I've seen the new Tracer 900s and I don't like them. I lived in Newcastle upon Tyne for a few years ago, and there was 2 different meets. You see, I find that as well. Northern Ireland, that don't have a great, and unless you're in a bike club, there's not a real sort of bike night. It's more of a club night. Where in England, it's, you can go to a pub and there's a bike night. You know, there's biker casts that have bike nights. It's a really different atmosphere. So if I had a choice on going to England and staying here for motorbike stuff, I would go to England awfully quick. As I said in most videos, I've done Northern Ireland for that long now that it's become uninteresting, until I started these biker hotspot videos and suddenly everybody's bloody interested in them, so no pressure. Come on, the Geordie Army. I've worked with a few Geordies and they're the funniest people I know, like. Everybody's asking why haven't I been out in a Tracer lately? It's like, because I'm sitting with the screen for it in my bedroom. Plus I've been using, you know, good old Mudbuster. I did use another type of bike cleaner and it didn't work out as well. I love those vids you did in Wales. Yes, I want to go back to Wales. May stop reminding me. I want to go back to Wales and do a longer time there. I've nearly reset the class on my CG125, so you'll go anywhere you think. I'm pretty much the same. I mean, I think at some point this year coming, I'm planning on doing what I'm calling the north, the south, the south, the north, which basically means I'm going to go to the most northerly point of Northern Ireland, travel to the southerly point of Ireland, go from there across the boat at Dublin, Wales, down to Land's End, and then go from Land's End to John O'Groats and back, just to see how long it takes me. Just because. I mean, I have a motorbike with a very good, well-kept service history, and I can do it now. That was something I was planning on doing last year and 2020 and 2019, but I never got around to doing it because obviously bike problems and then many other problems in that year. No, that's, I mean, like, a lot of my friends changed their bikes after about 20,000 miles. I'm planning on not changing anything. The Tracer is coming up on 20,000. It's at 18 at the minute, and it's like, yeah, why not? So it has been exactly now 1 hour and 3 minutes. Thank you for everybody for coming on. Absolutely didn't think anybody would have turned up. I know a few people would have, but not for this long. As always, thank you very much. I have released a wee tiny 23-second video. Go and kill it. I want to see what happens. Other than that, thank you for watching, and as they say, keep it lit, and good night. Oh, what's your favourite colour of bike? Has to be my Tracer, which is white and grey at the minute, but I would like a lime green GSXF if I could get one.